morning, Greater Latrobe. From the WCAT-TV studio, I'm Emma Urich alongside Alexis Knoll.
Coming up in today's show, 6th grade camp counselors are needed. The next forensic team practice is announced, and Jess Simonovich reviews the latest Pokemon game. All this and more on your WCAT-TV news.
Tickets are currently on sale for the Winter Dance. Tickets must be purchased on My School Dance by Friday, January 13th. All necessary student parent forms must also be completed in order to attend. Students in grades 9 through 12 may attend, but only students in grade 10 through 12 may bring a guest from another school. The dance is on Saturday, January 28th from 7 to 9:30 p.m.
Seniors and juniors, if you would like to be a 6th grade camp counselor, applications are available in the main office student waiting area. Counselors are needed in the following areas: general group counselors, certified lifeguards, art, and fishing. If you are able to help with rifle and archery, the hunter safety course completion is required. The deadline to apply is Thursday, February 9th. If you are interested, do not delay in completing and turning in your application. Available spots will fill fast.
The forensic team will practice Tuesday, January 10th from 3 to 4 in H104. The next after-school event is Wednesday, January 11th at Greensburg-Salem from 4 to 6. The bus will leave from in front of the senior high at 3:15 and return at 6:30. RSVP to Dr. Bomp ASAP.
Now let's get a check on the weather. We go to Lily Haverly for the 3-day forecast.
Good morning, Wildcats. Here's your 3-day forecast. Today we can expect snow showers with a high of 36 and a low of 32. This Saturday we will see cloudy skies with a high of 37 and a low of 24. Finally, this Sunday we'll get cloudy skies with a high of 40 and a low of 37. That's all for your 3-day forecast. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Lily. We now go to Jacob Kramer for the Wildcat Sports Report.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today the wrestling team has a tournament at Greensburg-Salem at 4 p.m. Then the boys basketball team has a home game against McKeesport with JV starting at 6 and varsity at 7:30. In national sports news, there are 11 NBA games with the Atlanta Hawks and LA Lakers playing in LA at 10:30 p.m., headlining the night. Finally, in the NHL, there are a total of 6 games with the Nashville Predators and the Washington Capitals playing in D.C. at 7 p.m. That's all for sports news. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Jacob. Wondering what's on the menu today? Here's Taryn Yutzi with What's Cookin'.
What's cooking, Latrobe? Today in the main line, we have pulled pork nachos with side of golden corn and chocolate muffin. In the sandwich line, we have hamburger, cheeseburger, or chicken patty. In the pizza line, we have homemade cheese or pepperoni pizza. Finally, in the grab-and-go bar, we have fresh salads and deli hoagies. That's what's cooking. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks, Taryn. We go to Jess Simonovich for a review of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet.
Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were released just over a month ago, and I have had plenty of time to play them, explore, and look into the game's finer details. I won't be discussing glitches and bugs in this review, but I understand people's concerns. The Paldea region is home to many new species of Pokemon, from those who fly in the sky, those who walk on the land, and those who swim through the seas. All of the designs are very unique in my opinion, and many of them have a basis in Spanish culture, including Armarouge and Ceruledge, Dodonzo, and Paldea and Tauros. In Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you are a new student in either Naranja or Uva Academy, and the game begins on your first day of classes. The director of the academy, Director Clavel, shows up at your house and offers you a Pokemon. You and your newly met rival Nimona both choose one of the 3 starter Pokemon, Fuecoco, Quaxley, or Sprigatito. As your journey starts, you end up meeting one of the 2 legendary Pokemon, Koraidon or Miraidon. After helping them, one of the legendaries will help you to take on 3 different stories: the Pokemon League, Starfall Street, and Path of Legends. These stories will lead you to meet many new characters, including Penny, Arven, and many more. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet are the first ever truly open-world Pokemon games, meaning you have a much larger and more open area to enjoy and discover. You can find other trainers around the environment and challenge them if you choose. Each area has its own set of Pokemon, and the ways they interact makes the game much more immersive. There are numerous changes to the overall gameplay, including a new type of travel, which is riding on the backs of the legendary Pokemon. The competitive scene has also become much more accessible, making it much easier to build perfect Pokemon for battle. The game is undeniably fun and was massively innovative for the franchise. Without taking the glitches and bugs into the scoring of this game, I definitely think it was without a doubt the best game in the entire Pokemon franchise. And I sincerely hope anyone who is a fan of Pokemon or Nintendo tries this game.
Now here is Zoe Favada with Wildcat World News.
Good morning, Wildcats. Today in World News, Oklahoma entered settlement agreements with 3 major pharmacy chains and an opioid manufacturing total more than $226 million. Nearly all settlement funds must be used to help remediate the effects of the opioid crisis in Oklahoma, including prevention and treatment services. Oklahoma was the first state to go to a trial in a lawsuit against the makers of opioid blamed for contributing to the nation's crisis. Staying on the topic of money, the Mega Million jackpot increased to an estimate of $940 million after another drawing resulted in plenty of losses but not a single grand prize winner. The new $940 million jackpot is for a winner who chooses to be paid through an annuity over 29 years. This new jackpot will remain the 6th largest jackpot in U.S. history. Lastly, in local news, authorities say 5 guns were recovered from a man shot and killed by police after gunfire that killed a Western Pennsylvania police chief and wounded 2 other officers. The suspect was later shot and killed in Pittsburgh after he crashed a carjacked vehicle and exchanged gunfire with police. That's all for World News. Thanks, and back to you.
Thanks for tuning in to this edition of WCAT TV News. Have a great day, Latrobe. We are GL.
Go Wildcats!